The federal government is offering up some money to help apprentices pay for school. The Canada Apprentice Loan program was announced late last year, but now the money is in the bank. For many in our region, the program is just one step in addressing the issue of worker shortages.
Refurbishing helicopter parts requires a highly specialized trade. It wasn't all that long ago. Tempest Aviation's president himself was an apprentice.
In the early 80s, I think jobs were a little bit harder to come by. So, everybody was happy to have a job at that point. So when I started as an apprentice, there was no job too little or too great that I wouldn't do. We'd have helicopter engineers that would give you a task, no matter what it was. We'd always agree to what it was, and we did it smilingly because we knew that, job security was number one, right?
Yesterday, Prime Minister Stephen Harper announced the Canada Apprentice Loan program was ready to do business. It means budding apprentices can access $4,000 a year in interest-free loans to help offset the costs of taking their training.
The school you're going to is not necessarily in your community. So you're away from home for 8 to 10 weeks. There's accommodations and meals. And this is really going to help alleviate a lot of the financial stress on the apprentice if they take advantage of it. So it's definitely a good thing.
However, Terry Tate says some of the challenges facing the apprentice in terms of training is the lack of coordination between training institutions. John Reid at the College of New Caledonia says the Industry Training Authority is aware of that.
Last year they rolled out some advisors. They've just hired another batch of new advisors that are going to be located in the different geographical areas of British Columbia that are there to assist the apprentices in their programs and the employers, provide advice and be that go-to person that's local that they can talk to.
But unlike when he apprenticed and jobs were at a premium, Laurie Sainton says times are different today. Good-paying jobs are plentiful. Trying to lure a potential apprentice away from that job could be challenging, but he feels it's part of a bigger picture.
The jobs that they have right now, which is perhaps a laborer's job, that's a short-term job. We don't know when, you don't know when that's going to finish. But if you look at the long term, if you had an apprenticeship, for example, electrical engineer or millwright, that's a long-term job. Now you look 5-10 years down the road, your income is going to be a lot better, it's going to have more security, and you'll be able to go places with it.
He says it would have made the world of difference when he was a young apprentice to have an interest-free loan to help make ends meet. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.